Hello and welcome. It is I, Brad, the old guy. And here I am going to showcase one of the games off of Humble Monthly's September games. I know it is the end of September when this is being posted, and so we're going to get another set for October. I've been very busy this month. It's been ridiculous. But this is Spellforce, Conquest of Io. Yeah, it's the first time starting it up. As always, like I always do, there's a whole bunch of DLC. I didn't get any of the DLC. I don't even really know the game, right? This is the only game on September's bundle that really seemed cool. So I decided to go ahead and give it a try. Let's just go ahead and go with the basics before we do any of the main campaigns, the tutorial and stuff. Because again, I have no idea what we're doing. These are short. It says short, but yeah, we both know that something may not be as short as we think. I do like the graphics though, well, not really the graphics, but like the art style. The art style is really cool. But it's definitely got a load time. Oh, I'm hearing changing music. Are we getting close? And that's just a tutorial. We just have to deal with the load times. There we go. Good afternoon, students, and welcome to Wizardry 101. First, familiarize yourself with your surroundings by clicking on anything you see. The book doesn't tell me anything. Make sure you read all the hints I have to offer, and once you are ready, grab your grimoire. I will see what I can do. Okay, so basically, welcome to Spellforce, Conquest of Io, Great Mage. This tutorial will teach you the basics of the game. Messages like this will pop up once you click on the things in the world, explaining what they do. If you ever don't know what to do next, have a look at the tasks in the top right-hand corner. I guess this little thing right here. Pan the camera using the WASD, as always. Button zooming in with a mouse wheel. Camera can also be moved by holding down the left mouse button and moving the mouse. Select any unit or location by left-clicking on it. To deselect something, left-click anywhere outside the selected object. So that's me. Maybe. No, I guess I'm a sorcerer. I don't know if this is me or not, but this is a stack. Stacks can contain several units, but are limited to only one apprentice or hero. Use stacks to explore the world, battle enemy stacks, and resolve adventures. Clicking the left mouse button on the unit's portrait in the stack panel will display its abilities. Select a stack and move the cursor over the hex you want to move to. A path is shown displaying which route the stack will take and how far it will move in your turn. Each unit has a limited number of movement points each turn, and some hexes require more points to move through. Right-click to move the selected stack to a designated target. So, what are you? Unit details. This is the unit screen, which provides detailed information on selected units, obviously. On the right are the unit's active and passive abilities. Okay, these are alchemists then. On the left is the unit's display, its current level, and the experience. Once a unit has gained enough experience, you can also level it up here. Hover over an ability to get more information about it. So we've got 3 alchemists. That's pretty cool. They're, pro doctors. So we've got some throw acid flasks, regular melee attack, move, guard, first aid. Follower. This unit is a devout follower and has no upkeep. Okay, it also can heal. It is a human spellcaster, and it is mortal with a white resistance. Interesting. Okay. And we're going to close. I guess it wants us to kind of go right here. Oh, no, that's just who we are. Okay. Well, there we go. We're going to run over to grab the grimoire. The grimoire is a mage's bread and butter. It holds your research and spells, as well as any interesting information you acquired. It's profoundly empty now, but the more you travel the world, the more you'll be able to fill it. Intriguing. Now let's head to your tower. Alas, the bridge over the river seems to have been destroyed. You'll want to use magic to cross. The freeze water spell in your grimoire will come in handy. It will be done. So that is the tower that we're going to. That bridge is broken. We're going to... Okay, your master's grimoire is a source of constant discovery and mystical knowledge. There are many pages in it, each belonging to a certain school of magic. You can select unknown spells or secrets to research and cast spells directly from its pages. Once you have mastered them, explore the world and grow your knowledge to uncover new pages. Use the bookmarks at the bottom to navigate between pages quickly. To cast a spell, you must select it from the grimoire and amass the required mana, I guess that's up here at the top, to pay its cost, which might take several turns. Each day, you automatically invest mana towards completing the spell. This investment is limited by your mastery, so we have 8 mastery, which limits how much mana you can spend on spellcasting each day. Once it is ready, the indicator on the left of your screen will flash, and you will be able to cast the spell again. So we do know we have freeze water that we're going to have to use. It uses 16 mana. That's all we get. We can't even research anything, yeah? And nothing else. All right, so once you have completed all of your actions, press the end turn button at the bottom right of the screen to end your turn. Okay, that's not what I want. I wanted to cast the spell. Oh, I have to wait a turn. You ended your turn, but there are still things that might require attention. This window will always pop up if that's the case. You can bypass it by selecting Force in Turn. If you have stacks that should stay put and don't want them to alert you constantly, select them and use the Wait or Sleep command. I don't really need anything to... You! Your spell is fully charged and ready to be cast. There is no pressure to cast it instantly, and you can keep a spell ready as long as you like. However, only one spell can be cast and kept ready at a time. You can also cancel it and get your invested mana fully refunded, but have to begin the casting anew. Boom, boom. Freeze a patch of water on the strategic map, making it transversable. Click. Confirm. We're doing it on the bridge. Oh. Exploring the graveyard, you find some ectoplasm and some ashes. Well, it looks like I am done. Before I go to the tower, I'm going to try to collect as much of whatever this is. $30 mana. Yes. Get all the treasures, even if I can't really do anything with them yet. Oh, there's... Okay, whatever. We'll worry about that later. Aha! Quite dusty. You should really clean here from time to time. This is your seat of power. From here you command your minions, tell them what to do and where to go. Can you see the power it radiates? That is your domain. Everything within it is under your spell. Well, so to say. Every mage's tower emits such a field. Your tower also provides you with a basic income each turn. You can channel your energy towards gaining more mana or invest more towards your research. In fact, there's a new spell in your grimoire you should research right now. Finally, I've waited for this moment. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it had to. Okay. A mage's domain indicated by the colored border, so everything that's in the border is my domain. Collects resources and effects from buildings as well as influencing the combat abilities of friendly and enemy stacks within it. Most buildings deplete after a while when inside a domain. A mage's domain grows with their tower level. But now I've got this. To research a spell or secret from your grimoire, simply select the research button below its entry. Okay, so I got that right there. The process will take time based on your research and may require you to accomplish certain actions or spend ingredients to support your study. So this is what we've got. We invest 16 research points into corrode. This is your tower's vault. Here you can see all the materials and items available to you. You can sell unwanted items for gold and unwanted souls for mana. Well, I don't think I really need to worry about that, right? Not just yet, because I might need some of these things. Adds a point to every essence you have already invested. Okay. Okay, so I did do that. I have 4 turns. Use your stacks to explore your surroundings, many equations after loot. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. But I've already done that. I should have probably came here first and allowed it to do that, because I don't think I can go anywhere over there. Okay, we're just gonna do the thing. Well done. Really? With your research underway, we can focus on more pressing matters. You are supposed to be a capable alchemist, but without a workshop, you're a little more than a scholar with a few empty vials. So let's build you a new laboratory in your tower. To the future! Tower rooms. Okay. This is an overview of your tower's floors and rooms. You can invest sources to build a variety of rooms in empty spaces or demolish existing rooms. As you progress, new room blueprints and floors become available. Boom, we're doing the alchemy lab. Build it. I have no other rooms available. And so we advance again. Week of the Guardians. Traveling is blessed by the Guardians as many seek to visit nearby temples. +1 units have +1 world map movement. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Whenever a new week dawns, it brings a change to the world. A new random effect will impact all beings, while the previous one disappears. Additionally, all cities and shops will have new inventory. Nice. Turn my ringer off. Dang it. The alchemy lab has been constructed. The foul smell of sulfur in the morning. You can now brew potions and mix concoctions of all kinds. Other mages will dabble in similar activities, crafting glyphs or raising armies of undead. Ooh. Okay. But you are special, of course, so take a look at your ingredients to show me what you can do. Gladly. Alchemy. This is your alchemy lab. Here you can brew a broad variety of consumable items, such as potions and bombs, to be used by your troops in combat. Alchemy has dedicated slots for the catalyst that the use of such an item is optional, but can greatly boost your alchemical formula. Weaker alchemical recipes also produce 2 items at once, allowing for a greater yield. Crafting works by investing ingredients that contain essences to reach thresholds. The essences are elemental, arcane, life, and death. I do have some death already on me. A threshold is reached when you combine 3, 6, or 9 essences of the same element. You can either drag an item into the slot with the left mouse button or quick slot by right-clicking on the item. Okay, well, it doesn't really tell me specifically what I need to do. Right, it's telling me this. Add items from your inventory containing a life into the ingredient slots until you reach the first threshold. So it wants me to do that, right? It wants me to... That is a threshold. Once a valid recipe is displayed, confirm the process with the craft button at the bottom of the screen. The duration tells you how many turns it will take to finish the process. You can only do so much at once. Your crafting and hiring slots are limited. They are displayed below your resources bar at the top of the screen and tell you how many turns crafting and hiring will take. You can increase their number by having certain locations within your domain or by adding rooms in your tower. Okay. So it looks like I'm making rations. So if I like... Okay, that's arcane. I thought that was death. Finian beer? Okay, well, yeah. That doesn't give us anything. Yeah, okay, I'm going to need more stuff. This is the tutorial. I was just messing around anyway. Alright, our luck. Making lunch? Well, I suppose we all have to start somewhere. Now it's time to ensure a steady flow of resources for your elixirs. Relying on looted locations won't cut it forever. You'll need workers to gather resources for you. Where can you get those, you ask? Simple. You can hire them in the nearest city or even train your own. Let me show you how. So we got to go over there. This outpost is within your domain and therefore allows you to train certain units. Take a look and hire a couple of dwarven workers while you're at it. It will be done. This is a location that provides you with the resources when inside your domain or affects a stack, blah, 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 blah. We realized that already. Liberating certain locations within your domain allows you to hire specific units from your tower. A Goblin Den, for example, enables you to hire Goblin Brawlers. Goblin Archers and Goblin Shamans access your hiring screen from the tab at the top left of your screen to hire new units. We can go here. Hire units from the screen. The units higher units tier, the stronger the unit is. But the longer the process will take and the higher the upkeep costs will be afterwards. Expand the list of available units by capturing locations on the strategic map or building tower rooms. So we wanted some workers, right? I don't know how many we were supposed to get. I think we were needing to get all 3, right? Oh, I was only supposed to get 1, but I did 3 instead. New units available for hire. Okay, yeah, these have Earth Shapers, I guess. Can I? Yes. Yes, because I only needed the 1 for right now, right? And so I didn't want to use. Congratulations, your workers are ready. These diligent dwarves have harvest plants and ores. Keep an eye out for resources. The rarer the material, the more advanced the potion. For now, let them harvest those pumpkins over there. Oh ho ho, pumpkins! It's a harvestable plant or ore. Move a unit that is able to harvest or mine. For example, workers. Onto it and extract valuable resources. Harvesting takes several turns. Okay. A unit in the stack is able to harvest or mine. Move to a suitable location and use the skill from the stack action bar to initiate yielding results. Okay, so it went ahead and put both of these guys together. Harvest. I guess that takes a little while. Move a worker onto a pumpkin. Select the harvest plant skill from the end your turn. Doesn't it feel empowering to have lackeys bow to your every whim? But they are a bit slow by themselves. Here, have more workers. They will speed up the tasks. Thank you. Will come in handy. Okay. Okay, so that's what we're doing, right? Alright, so we got 4 experience and 2 pumpkins. Splendid! Now that you have mastered the harvesting of the land's bounty, I wonder what your next experiment will be. A foul brew or a refreshing potion? Wait, what's that noise? Whatever this is, I have no time for it. Oh no, we're being attacked by the undead. Will knock me over with a feather. What have we got here? Undead in these parts? They've made themselves quite a home at your domain. Their presence means that you won't receive the benefits of any location they inhabit. Until you have driven them out, that is. You don't have to fight them right away. You can take time to prepare the corrode spell from your grimoire first or hire more units. Some axe wielders might come in handy, or maybe you can craft a helpful potion. What are you waiting for? Go teach them a lesson. Alright, so we're going to take you there. We're going to go do that. We're going to go ahead and use the corrode spell. Right? And then we're going to go ahead and get some axe wielders. Right? We're going to go ahead and end our turn for 1 round. We now have the corrode spell. We now have axe wielders. So I can take you, correct? Boom. Attack! Oh, I forgot to craft a potion, but it's okay. This combat preview is shown to be prior for battle. You can see the enemy's stack strength compared to your own and the predicted outcome of using auto-resolve. At the bottom of the screen, you can choose to fight, auto-resolve, or abort. When being attacked, you can also choose to retreat, which will cause your unit some damage before running away. The enemies may still come after them to attack. A good ballpark indicator to compare stacks to each other is to look at their stack power. Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Unit could die in auto-resolve. The bigger the difference, the more likely a victory without losses. Note the individual unit's special strength and weaknesses are not covered by this. This battle takes place in a mage's domain. Domains affect battles or battling units in various ways. Hover over the icon to see the details. So we have a close victory. You will lose some stuff. +1 armor, +2 damage, +1 willpower. I want to abort because I want to craft. On the left, you can browse the crafting recipes we've discovered so far, so there are many, so keep experimenting. Okay, what do I have here? So I do have some pumpkin, so I can do a 1, a 2, and that gives us a dwarf ignition. What if I... No. Because that just gives me a 3 in the elemental. And I don't really need that. So I have the first one. If I do 2 of those, it goes ahead and gives us that right there. I'm going to go ahead and craft that. I would like to. I'm going to go ahead and move them back for right now. Because I am going to also go ahead and hire 2 more. Because that's all a stack can take. Right? It's 5 units. Oh, it's less than that. So daily regeneration. Why did you move over here? Harvesting the giant pumpkin grants you that. Stacks change several units can be split. The split stack. Oh, okay, because it was only supposed to have 4, not 5. Okay, well, you can go there, so you can harvest more. You are right here. I have to wait 1 more turn for the dwarven ignition, it looks like. You can go here, though. This gives a Finian beer. All right, now. Heroic victory. I should be able to... Alright. I did the auto-resolve because they'll probably have me do a combat tutorial anyway here soon. Yeah. Very good. You're quite skilled. Don't fret over souls lost in battle. You can always hire new minions to do your bidding. They're quite expendable. But you are destined for greatness. Oh, I can sense it. This concludes our lessons today. Now venture forth and choose your path. Okay, continue with part 2, combat and stacks. See, that's why I did auto-resolve, because I knew that there was going to be more tutorial. Yeah. Good afternoon, students, and welcome to Offense and Defense 101. Today's lesson is all about building a strong and diverse stack. Let's begin by defeating this demon over there. So what would you have me do? It's currently hiding behind the mountain, and not everyone can traverse those. Split your stack into those who can and those who cannot move over such terrain. Flying also works, of course. It will be done. There is a demon. The stack contains demons, creatures that both resist and specialize in elemental damage. Your stack consists of units that deal elemental and white damage, which is not ideal. But you'll learn how to turn this into a victory. Okay, so we've got this. Different units within your stack can have different movement modes, blah, 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 allowing them to travel further or even across otherwise impassable terrain. A stack must contain only units with the same movement mode to profit from its effect. Stacks that contain several units can be split, which we saw this earlier. Move the selected units onto a new hex to create a thing. Select one or more units by left-clicking on the movement portal below their portrait. When all units are selected, click on right on another position to split the stack. So, how do we figure out what moves? How do we figure out what actually moves here? Yeah. Oh, split your tiaras priestesses from your stack as they cannot traverse mountains. Okay, so we need to... No, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. Move the other stack to the mountains and attack the demon stack. That's it. Now, if you were to fight the stack from an adventure, there's no backing out, so be sure to be ready before you commit. Enough of this attack. Plus 250 damage. All right. Did you notice that some of your units took damage? After a fight, they normally heal a small amount each turn. Unless they are undead, of course. In which case, they don't. Well, that makes sense. You can speed up their healing by placing them in certain locations, such as caves, inns, or even your tower. Some planets on the map can heal your stacks instantly and replenish once a week. Like this one. Why don't you try moving to it? Stack healing. Boost healing by visiting certain planet locations. Guarantee stacking locations. End your turn in advance. Blam, 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 blam. Much better. Later on, you'll also have spells to help heal your troops. For now, let me do it for you. What the? You're welcome. Oh, no. Is that more enemies? Worry not. I'll provide you with new units. Now you should have everything you need to claim victory. Expect enemy units to better match their strength with your own. All right, I will do that then. Oh, ho, ho. So we've got flying type. The beast stack. This stack contains beasts led by nature elemental. Beasts are more vulnerable to elemental, but make up for it with their ferociousness and speed. Pay close attention to the griffin and the nature elemental. So we've got this griffin here. Melee attack, flying, and he has sharp weapons, so it can deal damage like that. And then we also have the nature elementals. They look like farts. Mental boats do white damage, okay, as well as curse in 5 range, okay, and they have physical resistance. So I've got that group and this group. What is this? This is a corrupted elder, but you use death bolts, right? You are of an elemental resistance. You are a spellcaster. You can turn into an animal. This guy are drummers. They do melee attack and they heal. Fire beetles. They spit fire. Okay. This guy. They are death knights. Elemental weakness. White weakness. Death resistance. Only does melee damage. What are you? Crossbowmen. Crossbowmen are good against... Can apply staggered. Reduces speed. Piercing attacks. He has white resistance. Ghouls. Consume corpse. Okay. Swimming. Undertaking. Elemental weakness. Has an elemental weakness and white weakness. And these are spiders. Spiders have an elemental weakness as well. Practically everybody has an elemental weakness, but I think it might actually be this guy. Oh, okay. So it wants me to actually split my units to make other units. Okay, so these guys do a melee attack. Right? And they do flying. You, on the other hand, have elemental resistance and physical resistance, which sucks horribly, right? They have a elemental weakness on all the wolves, and elemental weakness. So I definitely need something that's going to do a lot of elemental damage. I don't think I need the drummers might be okay. Death bolts. You have elemental resistance. Maybe get rid of the fire beetles here. And give maybe the Death Knights, since it's tier 3. Oh, but they have an elemental weakness. So get rid of those guys. Maybe put the crossbowmen in there because they have a white resistance, but they're not weak towards elemental. Right? I think that's what I kind of need to do. I don't know. It'll probably walk me through a little bit better, and I'm maybe overthinking everything. Right? Because he automatically gets elemental resistance. He doesn't. Elemental resistance, elemental resistance, elemental resistance. I don't know. Drummer sounds good because they heal. These guys sound good because they spit fire and do elemental damage. So why would I split them then? Deal 22 death damage to an enemy unit in ranged. And he has turn animal, so it's got to be the corrupted elder's got to be in there. Maybe if I get rid of one of those fire beetles, I can take crossbowmen. Yeah. It's a close defeat. Why? Decisive victory. Okay. Some people may still die. Nobody died, but I still won. Okay, that's good. I think it's time to ramp up the challenge. Here's another stack and some new enemies. I even included some useful spells this time around. Have a look. Elemental weapons, lift spirits, and righteous. Intriguing. Okay, so we have like a lich, it looks like. Elemental weapons. So this gives us standard units, melee and range attacks deal elemental damage. An army and high spirits will be marching into battle with courageous and conviction. And enchanted unit becomes a warrior of light, dealing additional damage versus undead and demonic creatures. So that's the one I need, right? Because that's what this is. The undead assemble in large quantities, in larger quantities than other races, and their complete immunity against affliction of the mind makes them hard to stop. Their innate weaknesses against white or elemental damage should be exploited. Certain undead have their annoying habit of reviving after a few turns. Inspect the vampires and the lich. And that is the lich. So you will revive. No regeneration. Health naturally. Lord of Darkness. Chance every battle with darkness. And he can raise the dead. And he does do death bolts. We've got a vampire acolytes. Bloodthirsty. Enemies afflicted by bleeding. No regeneration as well. They are undying. Unit revives 30% health after 3 turns in battle when killed. He has an elemental weakness and white weakness. And then the walking corpses are kind of the same. They are expendable, but they all have elemental weaknesses and white weakness. So we are looking for something that can do white damage, which is why I picked that one out. And you gave us a Griffin, Medusa, which... Okay, well, it does do white damage. Brutes. Brutes are just... They just attack. Not too bad, I guess. And then we have Elven Rangers. White resistance and... Oh, it's a death weakness. So we need to get rid of them. They're not good. Elven Rangers are not going to be good here. Expect enemy units to learn about them. Split and combine your stacks to counter the enemy's strengths. Cast spells, turn the odds in your favor. I wonder how long this lasts, though. Okay, okay, we do have a level, right? Whenever a unit receives enough experience to level up, you can choose one out of several random upgrades. Depending on the unit's type and race, possible upgrades vary. +5 to health or +1 to willpower. Resistance against white and death damage or spells. Each point reduces. So you have death resistance. You are going to be helpful. So I definitely need a little bit more of that. You have an elemental resistance. You're still good too, my guy, but you have death bolts, so you can't be used. +1 to death damage. You have a white resistance, which I really don't need. Harvest plant. Or 5 health. We're going to go with 5 health. They don't need to do any of that. Drummers. Armor +1 and +1 willpower. I think we're going to go with armor +1. Right? So these guys are good. I need to go ahead and get rid of... Unstack you, basically, because I don't need you. Right? And see, the fire beetles, they have resistances to elemental, but not death. The ghouls have a death resistance, so I can fight them that way. So, having the death resistance, I think, would probably be beneficial. Yeah, I think so. Definitely need to go there. You need to go there. You definitely need to go there. Because the Griffin's not too bad. But he does have a death weakness. So death weakness, I need to get rid of him. Because he's not going to help me any. Okay, do I have anybody else that has... like... I mean, that might be good. Like, I wouldn't mind using, like, these guys, but they don't have... Okay. Enchanted unit becomes a warrior of light, dealing additional damages versus undead and demonic creatures. Okay, we can only use one at a time, it looks like. So we did definitely do that. Okay, so we get to use all of these, it looks like. Okay, let's see what we can do. Well, nothing. I still have those bonuses? Okay, yeah. Okay, that one at least is still done. You're still good. And lifted spirits. Okay, so it lasts until one battle. All right. A decisive victory. Battle enchants. This battle has an enchantment active that influences the battlefield. So it looks like I'm going to have some people that die, which sucks. Why are my... Oh, my drummers are dead and my orcs are dead. Okay. All right, so we do have darkness. All undead units are affected by darkness until the end of battle. Which I guess this guy is a dark... An undead... No, it's not. These guys are undead. We're going to start the battle. I want to do it myself. Combat is at the heart of your path of victory. It is played in alternating turns and ends when one side has been vanquished. The defending army begins. So it's your basic turn-based strategy game. Now it is your time to act. Select individual units and give them orders. Once everyone has acted, end your turn. Each unit has 3 actions available per turn. You may spend all of them to attack, execute abilities, or use up to 2 of your movement during combat. So guard uses some battle cry. All units in the area. So I don't... So if I do this... Grab a... I don't think any of my guys can actually make it over there just yet. Unless I use a movement. So I definitely want to... I want to wait to kind of drag them in, right? Petrifying Gaze, Mental Bolts... Alright. You just ended your turn. Any unit with the actions left will enter the guard stance. Guarding increases the unit's defense, makes it control all the hexes around it, instead of just in front of it, and makes it immune to flanking. Units also replenish their 3 actions at the end of turn. Alright, so you're able to get up there. This unit just retaliated because it was attacked in a melee combat. Each retaliation uses up an action, so if a unit retaliates 3 times, it can not further retaliate and won't have any actions left of its own. Okay, so you're going to try to come around the back. Vampires are trying to come up the front. Okay, you're using some death bolts here. I can move you up here. I can use a battle cry, right? Some units have special abilities they can use in combat. These can be magic spells, devastating area attacks, or means of healing others. Abilities usually require focus to use as well as a number of actions. Focus is a finite resource within a given battle, so use it wisely. So it needs 2 focus. I have 2. Apply battle cry to allied units in a 6 radius. Some abilities may confer status effects on a unit. These can be beneficial, such as protection, or harmful, such as bleeding or burning. Okay, we do have the battle cry now. Okay, so you're done. So let's see. Okay, I can actually shoot quite heavily, pretty far. How about this? Vampires' ability to revive a few turns of laying dead. To counter this, make sure to kill them last or finish other enemies in time. Which, that is fine. We're going to stun them. Yeah. Applies weakened. Okay, so you are obviously already... You are weakened already, and you are done. Let's move you. I can... But does that use any focus? No, it does not. Everybody heals a little bit. The ghoul, though, on the other hand, I think I'm going to move him back over this way. Yeah, because I want to protect my flank from these other undead. You attacked me twice. You bastard. Oh, you're also coming through my flank. Well, that sucks. And you raised more undead. Glorious? Alright, so if I... No. You can't do anything. But you die. This doesn't use focus. Mental boats do not use focus. Petrifying gaze does. My problem is that these guys are gonna get back up. Yeah. Okay, but Nor's grip basically means that they can now cannot. You're going to do 3 times the damage. Okay, so you cannot... You're there. You're now in guard space. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Right, well, you will probably come back anyway. I'm definitely going to have to heal you, though. Are you just going to keep raising undead? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Which does not help me any. Okay, so I guess I cannot. I'm going to wait for a cooldown, maybe. And see, this says it only takes 1 action, right? But then why does he immediately go into guard stance? Should really be doing a lot more damage there. I know that once he gets his Mind Bolt back, I can use it on the Lich, which is what I need to do. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, because that does end the unit's turn. Okay, I read that now. Now at the very bottom it says the ends the turn. Okay. You're dead. See, that is... That's a corpse. That's going to stun you. I can't... Okay, I guess I can't move over there to do whatever that is. Because I was going to go over and eat those corpses. Oh, it's because it's an attack of opportunity. Okay. Whatever. I'll go ahead and kill these guys then. At least try to, anyway. There you go. Alright, see? Now I don't have to worry about anybody dying. Got a heroic victory. You are improving. Here's another stack and even more enemies. I also found these glyphs in my pocket. They can improve your unit's performance. Give them a try, why don't you? Okay, thank you, I suppose. What are you? 2 constructs. They are immune or resistant to both physical and elemental damage, but deal these damage types when attacking. You should engage them with units that deal death or white damage, which will bypass their armor. Bring frontline units with a lot of health and armor to absorb. Okay. So yeah, all of his stuff does death damage, so of course there. Magical daily regeneration. This unit protects adjacent allies by increasing their defense in battle. Definitely. No, we need the 100% willpower loss on enemies. Yeah. Drummers. Death resistance. Actually, we're going to go more health. These guys are going to go more health as well. Give them mine, because they're, you know. So it said that we needed death and white, it looks like. Yeah. So death and white is what we're going to go for, which means you can go there. You can go there. These are my drummers. You can go there. I think the Griffin... I know that you do death. No, you do melee. Ranged, regular melee, elemental. So it's going to be my Corrupted Elder. Can I put another unit there? Because I've got a spot right there, but I don't know exactly what I want to put there. Because nothing else is gonna really help me unless they do. Okay, so the ghouls can do death damage. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take the ghouls. Because they all do death damage. Now we've got some glyphs. Glyphs can be equipped to enhance a unit's ability to adapt to a threat or create powerful killing machines. Are always equipped permanently and can only be replaced, not recovered. Find glyphs by exploring locations, visiting, blah, 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 blah. Grants you additional life. Greater glyph Ashen, +2 focus. Wildfire, target a burning enemy unit in range to spread burning. I don't really think I need those words. Silence. Apply silence to an enemy unit in 5 range. Leech energy. All attacks against fanatic units heal this unit for 50%. You do have 2 there. You're definitely going to be using special stuff. Let me give you there. You've got 6 focus. What do you have that uses... You don't have anything that uses focus, so we're going to go ahead and give you the word of silence. Yeah? Because that uses focus and nothing else really does. You also do not have anything, so I'm going to, well... I probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Okay. Oh well. So elemental work's not going to work. We can definitely use this though. Bam, bam, bam. Righteous. We don't really even need to use righteous anymore, considering it's how the fact that these guys aren't undead. They are constructs. Fantastic creatures. Okay. They got a lot of life here, don't they? All right, well. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, well, there's a decisive victory. I got a couple of these guys that are going to die. And you know what? This is the tutorial, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Nobody died. All right, now continue with part 3, economy and domain. All right, good afternoon, students, and welcome to Economics 101. Trickle-down economics does not work. You heard it here for the millionth time. Here you'll learn how to expand your domain, collect and manage resources, and distribute your income. What are resources? Fantastic question. The most important ones are gold, mana, research, mastery, all fire. Enables you to make purchases and shop. Mana we'll need to both cast and upkeep spells. Research, the more research, the faster you discover new spells in your grimoire. However, research cannot be stored and will be spent immediately. Mastery, this determines how much mana you can cast each day. And all fire. This is pure magical energy that every great mage covets. You can convert it into other resources at will. It seems you're currently in a bit of a pickle. Your troops demand gold, but the locations within your domain are almost depleted. Some tower rooms can generate gold, but it seems you don't have any as of now. So what would you have me do? I said you go forth and loot locations and sell some items from your inventory. This will keep you afloat until you have built the workshop, a room that generates gold for you. As a last resort, you could also fire some of your units to save their upkeep costs, but I don't think that's necessary. Not yet, at least. Units get paid upkeep on a daily basis. Most of them get paid gold, while magical ones require mana instead. Your income is currently not covering your expenses, with most locations depleting within the next few turns. Okay, so we definitely need to move closer. To grab stuff that's in my domain. Alright, so I've got that. Build a room. Room blueprints, currently building your tower, which I need 45 treasure gold or whatever that is to build that, and I cannot, not just yet. Yeah. Finite resources. Most resources finding locations are finite and deplete over time when inside your domain. Make sure you always scout ahead in time for another good spot to spread out or to achieve location over rare non-depletable locations. I don't think I have. I have some stuff in my inventory, yeah. Armor and weapons. So can I sell value? Sell the weapons. Workshop. Build. Okay, so this, I guess, isn't exactly what I need. Right, because those are gone. Okay, so I've got some of those. Ruins are depleted. We don't have any more of that. I guess since it's not within my... I have to explore it. I don't have any explorable areas. You are not within my domain, so I don't think I can grab anything. And that constructs in another turn. Alright, workshop is constructed. Good work. Now we have a small but reliable income, but this won't keep your troops fed for long. Let's look into getting some more. This mine is on the edge of your domain. If you expand your domain, you can capture it in the process. Then it will start producing gold for your coffers. To increase your tower's level, you need to increase your tower level. Any all-fire you receive, so I have 10, can be converted into other magical resources, manipulating the all-fire flow. You can convert it into mana, research, and proficiency. Investing in the latter works towards increasing your mastery, and thus your tower's level and domain size. As we do not need mana or research right now, you can pull all the slider all the way to the bottom left corner. Okay. This screen shows your flow of all fire based on your access to it. So basically it says that I need it to... We don't need mana or research right now. We need proficiency. Yes. As your power grows, so does your tower. By increasing your mastery, you can upgrade your tower and add new floors and space for additional apprentices. Manipulate the all-fire flow to ensure you invest in progress, which I already have done that. I cannot create another new room because you need 90 now. Master Mage. Close. Okay, well, I can't really do anything right now because it is outside my domain. Boom, 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 boom. You're also outside my domain, but I guess I can't really get there. Okay, so it does look like I need to go ahead and sell more stuff from my inventory, which we are... we're definitely going to sell the mountain copper and the golden nugget. Boom! We got a Master Mage. By mastering your magic, you can attain the title of Master Mage. Power has increased and your tower has become bigger. 1 domain radius, 1 apprentice slot, 3 tower rooms. Congratulations, you have secured a stable income, but good things don't last forever. Over time, locations within your domain will deplete, and growing your following becomes increasingly more expensive. So be mindful of when a location runs out. That's where apprentices are handy. What do you mean? These little subjects are free of any upkeep cost and go into special stack slot, so they will lead your troops free of charge. They can build one so-called lodge in the world that spread your domain. Just like your tower, but more flexible. And should an apprentice fall in combat, they also revive at their lodges. Interesting. When building lodges, make sure they don't overlap with your existing domain to maximize their profits. That way you can cover multiple locations and earn more income. Just take a look at your apprentice's skills and then set off to find a good place to build a lodge. Every apprentice can only have one lodge, so choose wisely. I've taken the liberty of marking some good spots for you with attractive blue flags. Apprentices and heroes are some of the strongest units in the game. They have reserve slot in each stack, which is the one here at the front, it looks like. Increasing its combat power considerably. Both can also carry magical artifacts and have their own powerful spells. Apprentices are further able to build a lodge, which emanates your magical influence and extends your domain around it. So he can build a lodge. He has first aid. He's a healer, strong mind, alchemist, gifted pupil. So he has 3 extra. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I did see this one. That is the first one that I've got. So let's go ahead and come over here and build a lodge. So it definitely needs to... If I go here, I have all 3, right? Oh, it needs to be here. Because that gathers all of them. Yeah. I don't think any of these guys can mine. Oh, I guess it has to be on that one. Okay. Boom. That's how you build a healthy economy. What's that? You want more of that sweet, sweet olive fire? Well, look over here then. Oh. Okay. Raw magic in its purest form. You can tap into its power simply by having an olive fire node within your domain. You can even create a wisp, a magical unit that can meld with them. It allows you to take ownership that way, and the olive fire node itself subsequently will emit your domain. How do I get a wisp? Simple. You just look it up in your grimoire. To create a wisp, you need to research the spell first. Make sure to adjust the all-fire floor accordingly to speed up your process. Oh, so I definitely need that. Now we can go over and do a little bit of that. Is there... I get one more level, so I might as well do that. Yeah. You are now at a lodge. That is a fish trap owned by you. It's passive, it looks like. Unexplored. Okay. We did explore that one. I found some extra research, which is good. Well, I mean, I guess I... Next level is 25. I can't go any further past the mastery that I already have. So, next level takes 1 proficiency. think my dog wants to go outside. Hold on. Ah, welcome back. I know for you it was only like less than a second, but it took me a little bit longer to let the dog out. Well. Okay. We are definitely researching it. We are definitely moving. We are definitely growing. Right? Definitely. Okay. Why am I not hearing anything? Great work! Now you can summon the creature. This is another point your domain is useful, as you can only summon creatures within its boundaries. Imps are great scouts as they can traverse any terrain, but they perform poorly in combat. Alas, their ability to meld with all fire nodes makes them invaluable. Try summoning one. You'll need to adjust the all fire flow once more as they need mana as upkeep, but you should be able to expect in this by now. Be an expert in this by now. Ugh. So summon your wisp and command it to meld with the all fire. Fire. Boom, boom. Mana upkeep is 1. I definitely need to adjust this. I don't really have anything else I'm really going for. Yeah. Because it looks like I did go ahead and reach Mastery 11. That's what I was working on. You are exploring that, I hope. We're going to move you all the way over here, so you might be able to explore something else. Okay. All right. Let's see. So I can put you there. Many spells you cast require mana upkeep. You can access lists of these by selecting the active spells tab. Blah, 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 blah. I do have active upkeep. Meld the wisp with the all fire. Okay, so that shows that. A unit in this stack is able to meld with all fire node, which we did learn that. So we can take you and we can move you over here. Your unit is now in a location it can meld with. Execute the meld using... How many times am I going to say meld? Boom. So you're going to take a little while to do that, it looks like. Got some other little nodes over there. But I would like to try to find some other locations that I can do stuff with. It's the same with you. Boom, 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 boom. That's actually pretty good. Alright, now you have enough power for the last but most vital part, moving your tower. You can rip it from the ground and move it elsewhere, even transporting units across the water and mountains. This allows you to change your position when locations run out and move to a more profitable area. Certain locations will even require your tower to be present in order to be accessible, like this one. What the? The Shaper's Ruin. The Shapers, a long-forgotten race, have once populated these lands. They left some astounding artifacts behind, but the ruins are magically sealed. In fact, any location with a tower symbol will require your tower's presence to even allow entrance. Alright, now, try to move your tower over the water to access the ruins. You'll need to land near them so that your domain encompasses the location. Note that your mastery level influences how fast spells will be ready to cast. Okay, it will be done. And then there's that right there. I need 45 mana for it. I definitely do not have that just yet. Right? So I have 4 turns and I've got to look for that. I'm getting some mana upkeep there, it looks like. You are now explored. You are now explored. You are now explored. Okay. You are now explored. And so are you. I don't really think there's some research there. Okay, Lodge is doing its thing. You're doing its thing. Location will deplete soon. I've got a whole bunch of turns that I got to go by and get through. There's some mana. I guess this has multiple stuff. Right, it's multiple ore, I guess. There's another all-fire location. Because I could have come up this way instead. Yeah, but I don't. I didn't. I went to the south instead. This can be harvested. Alright, now though, I can, oh, I needed to go here instead. Okay. So, let's see. Well, I can go ahead and use the spell Levitate Tower now. On you. Which means now I can move it over the water. And now I can probably plant you down now? Okay. Stacks can still enter and exit your tower and move with the tower. Land. I think I messed up. Because I don't have any way of... Yeah, I think I messed up. Okay, well, I mean, look. I'd never admitted to being a smart man sometimes. Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. We can deal with it. I'll just have to wait a couple more turns. And, like, hopefully it'll be done. I'll move it over. Yeah. 2 more turns, because I need to get my guys over there to explore it. Otherwise, I can't even explore it. Haha. Yes. Okay. Levitate tower. So I can move you over here. Right? I can bring you in. I can bring you in. Now everybody's together. Yay! Okay, now I can end my turn. I can come over here now and drop. Drop it down. Yep, so now I'm present. Now I can move over and do it. Aha! Now venture forth and choose your path. That's it. That's the tutorial. I'm done. Yay. I'm going to end this video here because I am at the tutorial and now I can play the real game. Yeah, so that was Spellforce, Conquest of Io. I might play the real game. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. As always, until next time, I will see you then.